Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me okay? Hey, Nikki baby. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, S. Marie. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I guess can you guys see me is the first thing. Hey, Sagfire. Oh, thank you. I'm just like, I need to know. I'm going to look at your comments from my phone. Everybody out. Okay, so just so we're all clear, so here I am from the studio. Here I am from the studio, and I had kitty issues. Y'all had real kitty issues. So my cats, I just have to tell you all this. My kittens, they I have a barn door, a sliding barn door. Get away from here. And they figured out, hey Kaza, they figured out that they could take their little cute paws and slide my barn door to the side to get into the inner sanctum. So when I came this morning, I came downstairs early this morning because I was going to get some of the Patreon readings out. And I was greeted to my reading table completely demolished. When I say demolished, let me show you. I think I could do it from this screen. So you see I have all of this. It's not exactly where it's supposed to be. But you see I've got this right here. I have my crystals. What you can't see is I have a thingy over here to hold my cards. Okay? And all of this was off of my table. All of it. If you don't skedaddle, it was all off. So go play somewhere else. So they are brilliant. But and then when they came down and they saw me go, oh my God. Hey, sweetie. Hey, Tiff. When they saw me go, oh my God, they like froze. Like, oh shit. They knew they had messed up. I was so upset this morning, y'all. Oh my God, I was so upset. Maybe they did want to do a reading, but I tell you what, they're going to have to figure out how to get their own cards. Okay, stop toppling over mom's stuff. So thank God they didn't topple over the camcorder I'm looking in because, this was like $300 some. I'd have really been mad. Anyway, so this weekend, Mama is going to get and install 2 latches, one on the outside and one on the inside. Because, now I'm all distracted. Okay. And I was like, well, I'm going to get rid of these cats. I was really upset with them today. And then my daughter, who doesn't like cats, says, no, you can't do that. Anyway, any Husenheimer. That's where we're at. So let's get into some things. As my good friend Armand says, homage to Armand. Hello to Armand on the Armand Wiggins Show. and the Spirit Lounge. Now, Mercury retrograde officially starts tomorrow, but we've been in this shadow energy now for a hot second. Okay? And let me tell you something. I think if y'all saw my community post, you know that I, in fact, have felt the effects of Mercury retrograde already. Because an ex, we were together for 7 years. It ended, oh gosh, 5, 6 years ago at least, maybe 7 now. And they're not gonna figure out how to open them latches. They're not gonna figure out how to open them latches. Sag fire, don't put that on me, child. Um, anyway, so I ran in. So earlier this week, now this is only early this week, right? So Monday I run into him. We work at the same place. And I've been there for a year. When I first started last year in July, of course, I was training on his floor, and so he saw me, and I didn't want to speak to him. I honestly did not. I mean, I ain't got nothing to say because it ended poorly. It ended with a cheating, and after 7 years, when you're with someone for 7 years, that's a long time to be with. That's longer than a lot of people are married. Okay, and so we never lived together or anything like that. So I saw him a year ago. I started there last July. And I hadn't seen the boy, you know, he's 18 years younger than me. I hadn't seen the boy, I saw him maybe once, but it was a year ago, literally this time a year ago when I ran into him. So it's a whole year that gone by. We work at the same company, different floors. I ain't seen this boy in that long. And then, somebody else said, hey, we were chatting and he's got nothing but great things to say about you. I'm like, I'm sure he don't got nothing but great things to say about me. I wasn't the one that cheated. So I ran into him on Monday and I spoke. I was nice, y'all. I was real nice. And because I've really been in a mood, if y'all haven't been able to tell on some of my lives, I've been in a mood where anybody can get it. Like literally at work, everywhere, anybody can get it, period. You come at me the wrong way, I've been feeling some type of way. So I was nice, spoke with Wham. So I was like, okay. Well, evidently I didn't make a good enough karmic clearing because I seen him today this morning. I was like, ugh, why? And then all of a sudden, all these other exes been. So let me tell you, revenge of the ex, right? Return of the ex, right? That's what it is. So just get ready. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to talk about Mercury retrograde today because it starts quite eloquently on Halloween. Let me see what y'all are saying before I go to the other screen because you're not going to see me. Yes, this energy has been very crazy. Arson kitties, they are terrible. The energy has me feeling way down and slightly depressed. Nene, baby, what is your sun sign? Sag Fire, I know yours. It's just nonstop. These mother truckers is coming out to god darn what work. I will tell you that so Mercury retrograde, especially in Scorpio, but Mercury retrograde, one of the standard kind of operating procedures for Mercury retrograde is that exes come back. Ooh, that's why you feel depressed. Okay. Ooh, how should I do this? Janelle said you're indifferent right now. Janelle, what's your I don't remember Janelle, so pardon me. What's your sun sign? Okay. Pisceans. So Pisces are trines, right? Every element is what we call a trine. Okay? Um You ain't heard from anyone yet? Give it a minute, baby. Give it a minute. You know what? Let me close my door. One moment. You in your feelings. Ooh, I love that screen name. Hold on, y'all. Let me close my door. Hold on. Hi, I'm back. Do y'all want me to pull? I have ninja kitties. I do. They're bad. Gemini and Virgo. Um, do y'all want me to pull cards or y'all want me? I was really wanting to just kind of talk for a second. Am I back? Test, test. Okay, good. All right. I forget there's such a lag. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do first. Let me address Pisceans. Okay, Pisceans. The reason why for everybody, let me just put it this way, for everybody, the thanks. I think that's what I'm gonna do, Dee Dee. I'm gonna talk first, then I'll pull some cards, and then I can chop this video up as soon as we're done. Um, for everybody, for all signs, Scorpio energy is extremely intense. Scorpio is a very intense water sign. I think that Scorpio has the most intense energy of all the signs. And this is why, because if you think about it, when your emotions get fixated on something, or when you get one like thought process in your mind, or when you really know that you gotta change because you're feeling so uncomfortable and you know that you can't do this anymore, there must be more than this. Some of y'all might know some of that song. It's a it is a contemporary Christian song called Consuming Fire. Um, and I've been stuck on that particular lyric for a hot second. I need to hang on one second. Um, we do a whole bunch of different things here. Consuming fire lyrics. There must be more than this. Oh, breath of God, come breathe within. There must be more than this. Spirit of God, we wait for you. Fill us anew, we pray. Fill us anew, we pray. Right? Consuming fire, fan into flame. But I've been stuck on there must be more than this. Oh, breath of God, Come breathe within. There's something more. And in this Scorpio energy that we're in, we know there's something more. And we know that it is imperative that we grow and transform into the next thing. So for all of us collectively, we are in this stage where we're like, there's more than this. There's more than this. There is a level of growth, a level of newness, a phoenix that has to rise from the ashes. And we know what we have to do. I love them too. Now I'm stuck. Hold on. Now I'm fixated because I really feel like this is the song for this time, this moment in time. I forgot it was Hillsong actually. You know, it wasn't done by them originally. Huh. There's another one that's out there. That was Hillsong. So, if you can listen to that song because it's really important for this time. I really feel like it. More than this, oh breath of God, come breathe within. Right? There must be more than this. Spirit of God, we wait for you. Fill us anew, we pray. Fill us anew, we pray. Consuming fire, fan into flames. A passion for your name. Spirit of God, fall in this place. Lord, have your way. Lord, have your way with us. That's it. That's what I was trying to get to. Is that this is a moment in time where the fire is being ignited within us to change, to transform, to become something new. I'll probably cut most of this out of the video later on. However, in the time that we're in as well, we know that there's something more to it. We know that we're supposed to be growing and aspiring to something new. And the reason why I titled this Love, Money, and Secrets, because I feel like we've been holding back. There's secrets other people have. There's secrets we've withheld from ourselves. There's this secret power, this secret fire, this secret passion, this secret these secret gifts that have been so far beneath the surface that we've kind of denied. We've denied ourselves. And there's this like deep, beautiful, wonderful intimacy this secret place that the universe is trying to get us to get to. This secret place of love, abundance, of power, of this beautiful, wonderful intimacy and this beautiful, wonderful partnership, collaboration with the divine. Okay? With the divine. That this is the time for us to get to. Now, for some signs, it's going to be like, I don't want to go that deep because there is a darkness that's there that we've got to deal with and overcome, right? A darkness we've got to deal with and heal. There's always going to be a bit of the darkness there, though, because it's got to be in balance. So we never truly become completely light beings. We can, though, get to a point where we're healed enough where when we see that darkness and it kind of hits us, like I told you, I've been feeling this way all the time. Anybody can get it. I've been like, you come at me incorrect, you can get it too. Right? But I recognize that that's a me thing, and perhaps that there's areas I need to be healed in. But this place of intimacy, this place of unyielding loyalty, this place of unwavering love in the midst of our darkness, in the midst of all that may be ugly and we've not wanted to really talk about, in the midst of all of this pain, in the midst of all of this, you weren't loyal, you didn't stand by me, this person didn't stand by me, this person, that person, I've been hurt so very, very much. That is the seat of your power. There must be more than this. Oh, breath of God, come breathe anew. There must be more than this. Spirit of God, we wait for you. Right? There's more. There's a secret place you can get to with the Creator, with Great Spirit, with the universe, that you can tap into an unending, cleansing, empowering, consuming fire. The phoenix rises from the ashes and from the fire. A transformed and transfigured being. We not finna do that. Don't mess with. Hey, don't get slick, Willie. You have a problem of letting go of hurt. Okay. It is difficult to let it go sometimes. You guys share this video so more people can. Hey, Christy, share this video. Let your friends know we're doing things a little different. I'm a little different from most everybody else. So, hey, we're going to do the damn thing tonight. Okay. Let's get into the chart. Oh, let's continue on because I feel like I got to continue on. Virgo, come on up here. Come on up, Virgo. I just don't. Stop. Jam. Be nice. Mommy don't feel like playing. This is Gemini. Virgo sitting here chilling going, what in the world? So I know it's difficult to let go of the pain and the suffering. I get that. And you and your feelings, are you a Scorpio as well? Hey, Lena. How do you get someone from your past out of your energy? Okay. Hey, Miss Virgo. I do want to say those of you that are already Patreon patrons, I hope you saw my posting. Come on now. Good Lord Jesus, help me. Come on, baby. You're an Aries. Okay. So it probably is even a little bit more difficult for you because you get real fired up. You get real fired up. And it does take a lot for an Aries to forgive. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Jim. The problem is I'm down here all the time. I'm going all day long, and then I'm down here, and then these, come on, baby, they want to just sit on me. I know I love you too, but you can't sit on me right now. Um, and Aries, you latch on to somebody quick. I'm an Aries moon, so you get that person. You're like, ooh, you're cool. I want to hang out with you. I want to, do this, do that, the other. And you always have a very positive outlook, right? You go into everything real positively. And then what happens is you don't take enough time to kind of like vet them, really figure out what's going on with them. Yeah. And then they hurt you or they misunderstand you. Stop it. Right? Hey D. So yes, and you're a fire sign. So you want scorched earth when you've been wronged. Everybody can get it. Gem, come away from now. Come away from that Gemini. It's difficult. How do you get somebody that's in your past out of your energy? Well, first of all, you got to forgive them. Second of all, you got to forgive yourself. That's the more important thing for allowing them in your energy field, for allowing them in your life. And then you then need to learn the lesson you were meant to learn from them being in your life. What did they serve you? What purpose did they have? Because everybody's in our life for a reason, and some people fulfill a specific purpose in our lives, right? It usually, even if it's a relationship or a friendship ends badly, there was an area of hurt and pain that they actually satisfied, that we drew them into us. We were a magnet. We drew them in. We attracted them in. Law of attraction works, good, bad, or indifferent. So you got to deal with that. Children. Okay. And then as you forgive, release, heal, forgive, release, heal, forgive, release, heal, they get, I swear for, um, then you end up, eventually it does get out. Now, if there's an actual, like if you were intimate and you still feel like they can, like, you can feel them, you can feel their energy, you can, in a weird way, not just in a general, like I generally, because whatever, I can generally know like when my ex-husband is in the general vicinity. I could tell you when he's within probably about 10, 15 miles. But I no longer have a cord tied to him. So before, I could literally almost sense his emotions. And I know he could sense mine because then he would text me or do something. So there was still that energetic cord. That's very different. You need the cord cut at that point. Okay, let me get back here. I got that. Hey, Mr. Rio. Hey, Mel. Hey, Chelsea. Hey, Kayla. Who did I miss? Hey, Cassandra. Okay. What other general questions do we have about Mercury retrograde before I get into the chart? Because these are really good questions. You on your lunch break, girl? All right now. Lunch it on. Okay. This is what I'm going to do, y'all. Let me take this down. All right. All right, here's the astrological chart. You guys Cash App, Super Chat, or PayPal if you wish to donate. It will definitely go to help maintain everything on the channel. I put the money back into the channel, as you can see. And let's get to it. If you guys wish to get, um, you know, readings or natal chart interpretations, you can go to heartofinspiration.net. Okay, Keza asked one more. Is it true that the veil to the spirit world is the most thinnest during Halloween? I think there are a number of times where it's thin. Be So I won't say that it's the thinnest during Halloween. I could be wrong. I never really gave it much thought. I could tell you that right now it's very thin, but that's more so because of the Cancerian Capricornian axis than it is anything else. Okay, here we go. So here we have our chart. This is as of tomorrow. Mercury officially goes retrograde, as we can see up here at 11:41 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow morning. So we're still in the shadow energy. It will stay retrograde until November the 20th. So some of this is going to move, and I'll kind of tell you how these planets are going to be moving. But there's some very significant planetary aspects going on at the start that I think we need to be looking out for. Notice that, let me go and here. Notice that Mercury is moving away from Venus. Venus is at 28 degrees Scorpio. Venus is almost done with her Scorpio run. During Scorpio season, it's that kind of real lusty, deep, powerful love, right? It's a really deep kind of love. Astrological forecast for each sign. I may be doing that, yes. D, I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna happen. How this is, we're just gonna go with the flow. I do see some questions here. Job offers and contracts during retrograde. Yes. This is actually a more benevolent retrograde than most. And I really feel that it's kind of because it's moving away from Venus and moving more towards the sun, moving towards a more positive energy moving towards a warm energy, moving towards a divine masculine energy, and away from the divine feminine. And the only reason I say that is not because I'm deriding somehow or belittling the divine feminine, but I really very strongly feel that as of late in our society, we have emasculated the collective. This divine feminine energy was really ushered in a big way last year. If you remember last year about this time, Venus had just got done being in retrograde in Scorpio. Mercury was going into retrograde as well. There was we would have had Uranus in Aries. We had Pluto, I mean, excuse me, God darn it. No, Jupiter hadn't entered into, yeah, Jupiter was entering into Sagittarius. So there was just a lot of upheaval and kind of deep secrets going on, and they were all revealed. And I feel like we had Mars running around in in Scorpio this time last year too. I could be wrong. But the Me Too movement was really gained a lot of steam last year about this time. I feel like last year about this time was about the time the whole R. Kelly thing came on, and Harvey Weinstein was on all this, you know, the Bill Cosby stuff, all this. I mean, there was a whole bunch of stuff being revealed. And it was a rise of the divine feminine. But the pendulum has swung so far in that direction that there has been an emasculating of the collective. And I believe we have forgotten as a collective that it takes both male and female energy to create. So I like the fact that Mercury is in retrograde and is moving towards the sun that's coming forward. Mercury is coming backward. And it's kind of getting away from the feelings and the emotions, or getting away from like a really kind of crazy, loose kind of energy, like a very emotional, a rather kind of unstable, that's not the right word, only seeing the good in everything kind of energy. And coming into a more grounding type of sun energy, masculine energy. So this is actually not a bad time to, during this retrograde, to kind of declare your love for someone if they're the right person. Especially because we're going to have Mercury, we're going to have the nodes, the south and the north nodes in retrograde. We're going to have Pisces at home in retrograde, and Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. Over here, this retrograde in Uranus and Taurus represents an upheaval of our daily routine. This retrograde over here says it's really time for us to get into some deep spiritual things. And unfortunately, this retrograde Neptune in Pisces, for my Pisceans, it can cause a bit of depression because it's asking us to go deep, and it's been in retrograde for such a long time, and now we've got Scorpio energy here and Mercury in retrograde. Pisceans may feel like they can't hear, they can't see, they don't know what's going on, and I just want to just crawl up and put the covers over my head. Okay, I do see your questions. I'm gonna figure this. I'm gonna get back to all the questions in just a minute. Vernell, let me get to that. I'm going to get to that question about money and love. Planted seed like a Taurus, but the timing is off. Yeah, this is the thing. Um, Uranus in retrograde, opposing Sun in Scorpio, is basically saying to me, this is my interpretation. Other people have other interpretations. This is my interpretation. That is saying, look, you've had a whole lot of things that you have been stuck on. This is a collective message. You've had a lot of things you've been stuck on. The way you make money, the way you do this, the way you do that, your daily routines, right? Your daily routines, the values, your material possessions, your priorities, your habits, right? This is a moment in time where we're saying, I think we need to rethink about our priorities and our habits. What's really been working for us and what ain't? And can we be honest with ourselves and say it ain't working? It's not working. Can we be open and honest with ourselves and say it ain't working? And it's now the energies are forcing us to take a look at it. And because we've had the time to purge it for a while. And we didn't. So now it's got to go. Right? And put our values and all of this jazz here with the spiritual depth up here. And we have quite an intensity happening. Yes, it's trining energy, but it's pretty darn intense. That's why, right, when I was referring to that song, that's why I'm telling you, the song Consuming Fire has been stuck in my brain. I can't get it out. Stuck in my spirit. Because I even feel there's more than what we're doing. There's more than what I'm doing. There's so much more to this. I got to get it. And so this is giving us space. This is giving us a redo to get it and kind of move away from this Venus, everything is in rose-colored glasses energy. And Mercury moving towards the sun. Mercury, as you know, like it revolves around the sun. It makes its trip around the sun once every approximately 88 days. It's a fast-moving planet. So it goes around the sun 3, almost 4 times for our once. So it's always soaking up this energy, right? It's always delivering energy, information. It's always giving messages. It's quick thinking, quick moving, quick changing. We got to keep it moving. And it's coming back towards the sun to say, hey, what is it you want me to, what should we know? So we're moving closer to God, if you think about it that way, guys. We're moving closer to God. We're moving closer to Source. And we're getting our information from Source. Very personalized, very intense, very secret, very intimate, getting down into the depths of it all. As far as love is concerned, this is one where I might actually say, yeah, it is Return of the X. But if it isn't a Return of the X, there may be somebody in your life right now that, hey, we can keep them. I wouldn't be surprised if there are some proposals. Let's move in. Let's stay together. Loving you whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. I wouldn't be surprised about that. I don't have a problem with that. I think that we're going to probably backtrack and think a little bit about maybe past opportunities we had for career changes, maybe they could be coming back around. We are going to be able to, um, I think that there's going to be some secrets revealed, perhaps even some secret inheritances. Some people that we didn't know were in our corner are going to show up in our corner all of a sudden as partners. I don't think this is a bad retrograde. I tend not to think most retrogrades are bad. But this one, I really am not, considering the other placements, it's not that bad. Because we also have Pluto and Saturn right here in Capricorn saying, I'm going to sextile all of this going on here. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to be that wonderful cousin that says, guess what? You can do it. Yeah, let's transform. Pluto is not going to allow, Pluto in Capricorn is going to allow for transformation. It's going to fight for that transformation to happen. But it's not going to be overreaching. Like there's going to be some restriction in the transformation. So in other words, maybe you're thinking about getting a new job, and rather than just walking away from the current job that you have and before you find a new one, you'll say, you know what, I'm gonna wait till I get a new one first. Or maybe you were like, I really want to change career paths, and instead of in industries, but instead of like just going hard charging, I'm going to be, there's a little restriction because we've got some restriction here in Capricorn with Pluto. And we do have some restriction down here, Uranus being in Taurus, that fixed earth sign. So we've got restriction in both spots. Although this Uranus down here really, it's just not comfy. It doesn't like it. It really wants to break free and break bad. It wants to revolutionize where we are. But I'm feeling very strongly that as Mercury gets closer to the sun and the sun gets closer to Mercury and this opposition loosens up a little bit, where the orb is larger, we'll be able to, we can kind of see where we want freedom right now. Mercury coming back, and it's going to be personal freedom. Mercury coming back towards the sun is going to say, oh, now I get it. So I feel like by the time we're done with this retrograde, we going to be done got it. We're going to have the message, oh, I see the plan. I see how I can get free. I see how I can be the phoenix and transform in a very foundational fashion that will then help me flourish. And all the while, I'm really listening to my personal, right? My personal guides, my personal spirit guides right here. And I'm developing a deeper personal relationship with Creator, with God, with the universe, an intimate knowledge and understanding, an experiential understanding of spiritual freedoms, spiritual truths, spiritual power, spiritual gifts. With the moon here in Sag, tomorrow it's going to be, as you can see, on top of Jupiter at 23 degrees, conjunct. So don't be surprised if tomorrow you're just like, man, I could do anything. I believe I can fly, right? And you're probably going to believe that you can fly with people in a collaborative fashion because we've got Mars in Libra. So it's almost a sextile there, a general sextile there as well. This is a very good collaborative expansion, uh, a restructuring of our tribe, a restructuring of our tribe kind of situation. Okay. That's what I'm in general collectively seeing for this as we go through. Now we're gonna do a check-in on on the Mercury retrograde as it continues to move through, the sky. Okay, we're gonna keep doing a check-in every once in a while. You see, Gemini is now tuckered out. Do you see? Somebody come be a cat whisperer. Any Husenheimer. I love my kitties. I really do. But good Lord help me. Okay. Let me go back through these let me go back through the chat, okay, y'all? Cuz I want to take some questions. I want to thank y'all for being here. I really appreciate it. Pop out the chat. Okay. Okay, here we go. Hey, Miss Tiffany. Okay, here we go. Let me go up. All right. Okay, so Rio's okay. Dee Dee, you asked okay, wait, S Marie. I think I answered that question. Will this retrograde be more positive for Scorpio? Yeah, I do feel it's gonna be positive for Scorpio. Y'all are gonna this is a very empowering, collectively empowering. I know that probably there's some other people that are not saying the same thing. But I do feel like it's empowering. It is going to though be raucous. It's going to be rough ride. It's going to feel like there's it's going to feel a little bit like there's some bit of the carpet that's being yanked away from you with Uranus and Taurus in retrograde. But it's really for your own good. Okay? Because we gotta shake it up, guys. You can't transform until you die. Rio, my chart is set up nice for tomorrow. Glad I asked the questions. Yeah, I'm in a space to receive the fullness of it. Mercury retrograde is going to be conjuncting your natal Pluto. I like that. I like your natal Pluto retrograde being conjunct to the Mercury retrograde. I like that a lot, Rio. That would be just so powerful. Is Taurus going to be affected by the retrograde? Collectively, we're all going to be affected by the retrograde. But I will say, Chelsea, that Taurus is being way much more affected by Uranus retrograde. By Uranus, and y'all just might as well hunker down because Uranus is going to be in y'all sign, wreaking havoc, um, kicking butt and taking names for a minute, a long minute. Astrological forecast for each sign. I will probably do that more so either tomorrow or Friday. Today, I wanted to kind of give a general overview of collectively what we're looking at. 20 days. So, Keza, you will find again, I am very much one that I take the retrogrades and I don't get upset about them. I don't look at them funky or funny. I say, you know what? What is it personally that I'm supposed to learn? What do I have a chance to redo? Now think about all the things you've done. That's Mercury's been in Scorpio now for a good hot minute. Like since 2-3 weeks. So what have you been saying in the last 2-3 weeks that maybe you want to redo on in the area of intimacy, business partnerships? This is the other thing. Scorpios are, so Tauruses are really good at generating their own funds. Scorpios are good at, yes, generating their own funds, but they're also good at leveraging other people's funds in abundance. Think about how you can apply that spiritually, because you have creator handing this to you and saying, here, I'm trying to give you some power. Do you want it? Here, I'm trying to give you some light. Would you like it? Here, I'm trying to give you some wisdom. Would you take it? I'm trying to give you some abundance. I'm trying to put you into business relationships. I'm trying to put you into contractual agreements. I'm trying to hook you up. Would you just accept it and leverage it? Hi, Virg. Would you just accept it and leverage it? Right? So that's really what we need to be doing. This is a this is an opportunity, like it's pulling the veil back. So there was a question earlier about, is the veil thinner spirit at this time of year? And I'm sure if a lollipop was in her, she could tell us. I mean, there's much, more to this time of year, from stop, from that side of the world that I don't know, that I don't operate in. So perhaps, yes. So this is a beautiful moment of pulling back this veil and bringing it very close to home, personally. It didn't even went into it goes into retrograde tomorrow. Yeah, we were in a little bit of the shadow before. Um, Marie. Okay. Does that mean since we're in retrograde with money? No, money won't be harder to get, neither will love. Trust me, because them exes is gonna be trying to come back and give you love anyway. But no, it won't be harder. And there's Virgo. Don't mess with your sister. Leave her alone. She's sleeping. You always wanting to play. Leave her be. She's sleeping. I think they misnamed them. You want to be what so bad? Um, your career growth has depressed you. Nini baby, why has your career growth depressed you? I think that the retrograde will help us make healthier choices in our lives if we're open to the spiritual growth that's available to us. If we're open to opening up the channel to the spirit realm to receive information. Dee Dee, you asked me about what did you ask? Something about, here we go. What specific questions do I ask my angels for clarity about things? I'm going to suggest, um, I'm going to humbly suggest that you don't ask specific questions. I'm going to humbly suggest that instead you simply say, what do I need to know today? Because our third dimensional mind is going to think of things that we think we need to know. But our spirit that lives in eternity, came from eternity and will return to eternity, and still actually lives in eternity, right? It's just having a human experience. Our spirit in communion knows, right, what we need to know. And our angels and our spirit guides definitely do as well. Therefore, I firmly believe in, at first, until you get accustomed to really hearing from your spirit, that small, still voice, and listening and recognizing that voice so clearly, that we simply start by saying, what do I need to know? Right? Just for today. Oh, Christy, you talking about leaving your person? You saw a butterfly right now, Sagittarius? Yep, transformation. Okay, so Vernell asks, so is 2020 going to be more stable in all categories? Do you really want to know about 2020? No. 2020 is not going to be very stable at all for those people who are only walking and living a third dimensional life. I did not intend to go here, but we here now. I was supposed to be getting out my own personal reading tonight. 2020 is not going to be more stable. Not at all. For those that are solely living a third dimensional life. And by that I mean this. If you are not spirit led, if you have not figured out how to at least acknowledge the fact that you are spirit first, soul second, body third, spirit, mind, body, and you are not even remotely open to hearing from your spirit person and from God, it's not going to be easy. This is why I am pushing for people to get it. I'll be here and we'll all be here to help one another. But if you don't have the least little bit of light in you, people like us are very, we're going to be very necessary and very needed. See, now you drove her. She was trying to rest. Terrible. That's why honey, that's why I'm so like light workers and anybody that's a teacher or mentor or anything like that. We are all like light workers. You got to get moving. You got to get moving. You're welcome, Tiff. Janelle, you were born with Uranus in retrograde. Does that mean I'm used to this energy? Probably. If you've been kind of unbothered. Oh. You were born with Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. Very interesting. And you're a Taurus. Well, where's your Uranus? Did I do your chart yet, Janelle? Patricia, tell me Saggies are done suffering. Well, Saggies, why are you suffering now anyway? Saggies shouldn't be suffering. Y'all got your home planet and y'all got your ruling planet at home. Y'all, this should be Patricia, why are you suffering? Nini, there's probably some sort of block going on there. Hmm. Nini, we need to talk. No, you haven't, Dee Dee. You haven't been bringing up more hurt on yourself by asking that question. It's just easier if we just open it up to whatever, like whatever the spirit would have. 2020 is going to be rough for those people that have not learned how to be spirit led or are not on the path towards learning how to be spirit led. None of us are perfect at it. But that's why I come on here and I teach the things that I teach to help you grow to be more spirit led. And the reason to be more spirit led in 2020 is because if money gets a little scarce, you got to know how to manifest what you need. Be it money, food, shelter, whatever. And you have to be so unbothered. It's almost, wow. I'm going to retitle this whole darn thing. I'm going to cut the first half and this half. I'm going to slice and dice this joker. You got to learn how to be so unbothered. It's like we're getting on an ark. And those that can hear and those that are, ouch, those that are accustomed to allowing God to lead and guide them, they're used to allowing their spirit to take the lead, and they follow the leadings of their spirit in conjunction with no, over here, please stay right here, thank you. In conjunction with being in constant communication, then those people, if the spirit is leading them to, make a left hand turn up here and get out of the car and go into a UPS store, and they'll be like, well, I don't know why I'm doing that, but I'm just going to do it. And then there's somebody right there that, they see in the UPS store, and they strike up a conversation, and then they, it ends up becoming like a business partner or a job lead or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like those people that just are led that way, that's kind of those people are going to be okay, but we'll be protected, and then we're supposed to be shining our light right in 2020 to those that haven't gotten it yet. I think Sagittarians have lost. Maybe I got too much Jupiter going on. I think Sagittarians have lost balance because y'all don't like to get grounded, and this is real constricting. And I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all really feel Gemini. Cut it out. No, stop. Don't do that. Mama don't have patience for babies or kittens. Okay. Now you gotta get off the couch. I asked you nicely. Um, I think y'all are also getting prepared to be in constrictive Capricorn. You're welcome, S. Marie. Uranus and Virgo in the seventh house. Uranus and Virgo in the seventh house. And you're a Taurus moon. So okay, so Janelle, you're feeling very challenged by this, or it's not a bad challenge, it's just like a little kind of right, kind of like uncomfortableness, because you're the transiting Uranus, right, is quincunxing your natal Uranus. So even though they're both in retrograde right now, it's like you're wanting to break free from the routines, and you're also wanting to break free, like you want the freedom to kind of move through different groups, collaborations. You're not wanting to be tied down in those areas. You got to find your new tribe. 1 minute calm. Yes, exactly. That's right, Giggle. I'm sorry, I'm just reading through these things. I've manifested so much free food without even trying. Exactly. It seems harder to consciously manifest. Actually, that's better that you're unconsciously manifesting. The fact that you're unconsciously manifesting is fantastic. You're welcome, S. Marie. What do I see for cancers? For with this particular Mercury retrograde, it's trining us, right? So, depending upon where Cancer is, if I'm just going to say Cancer is the first house, um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In our fifth house, actually, this should be good for Cancers for love. Um, um, hopefully some good sex. Um, I see where cancers right now we're in a beautiful moment right now as cancers, because we've got the trining sun in Scorpio, we've got Neptune at home in Pisces, so and the north node, the moon's north node is in our house, is in our sign. So we're really feeling very much more empowered. If you are not a Cancer, that is not, if you're a Cancer and you're not right now um, expanding your spiritual knowledge and your spiritual wisdom, you're missing out on everything. It's probably a little bit difficult for us right now to do the relationship thing, because we're so focused elsewhere, and they've got to come correct. We're a little withdrawn right now, kind of a little protective, right? It's winter, but I think it's going to be good for us. Um, I do believe Cancers are going to see some love. Pisceans is the Pisceans I'm really concerned about. I really don't want you guys going down into the deep, deep. If you really feel like you're like not doing well, please go talk to somebody, because this energy is tougher on you than it is us, Cancers. Everyone in this Scorpio, yeah, I'm telling you, I need to get my natal chart. Yeah, you should. Tiff, I need your Time of birth, date of birth, place of birth. You can go on my website. Don't know if you talk about this, but you're a Libra sun, Scorpio moon. Okay, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do, you guys. Whoa, back. Okay, wait, I missed something here. Yes, you need a new tribe, Janelle. Okay, can somebody, Tiff, can you delete your date of birth for me, please? If you're gonna do that, just send it to me, okay? And you can order the natal chart on heartofinspiration.net. I'll be doing them this weekend. So Christy again for Pisces? No, honey. For Pisces, this is heavy because you guys are already heavy spiritually. You're already really deep spiritually anyway. And for Pisceans, this is even deeper, right? It's getting into that shadow stuff. So if you're not feeling good, I really want you to talk to somebody. What I think I'm gonna do, guys, I really hadn't intended on. I need to go deep for each sign. Let's reconvene this Mercury retrograde conversation tomorrow, and at the actual start when it goes stationary retrograde, and then I'll do each sign. I'll go through each sign. Can we do that, guys? Because I would like to pull some cards and do the astrological forecast. Patricia, everybody needs to have a little bit of rejection. No, you're fine, Tiff. Don't worry about it. Can I do a video about the houses? Sure. The astrological houses? Sure. Stop. Kitty. Can you hear her? Okay. Ouch. Baby, don't do that. All right, guys, we're gonna reconvene tomorrow, okay? Because it's 10 o'clock. I gotta go. We'll reconvene tomorrow. We will talk about the for each sign, okay? Mercury retrograde for each sign, what it means, and probably next week we'll talk about the houses. We'll start talking about the houses, okay? I might do a video per house. Okay. All right, so we'll get together. I know she's purring so much. Thanks, S. Marie. I appreciate it. Patricia, I want to say this. A little bit of rejection is actually good for us. Because I think sometimes when things come way too easy to us, we need that little challenge so we can grow. Okay? So don't despair. All right, guys, let me get on out of here, y'all. I cannot with this cat, and I got to get some rest. I still have 2 more days of work. So we'll reconvene tomorrow. We'll go by sign. I'll try to get on a little bit earlier if I get home from work earlier, and we'll go by sign. Okay. If you guys want natal chart readings, go to heartofinspiration.net, astrological services, and then you can get your natal chart reading. Stop, boo. And I am redoing the website this weekend, so there's going to be a lot. It's just going to be a little different. We'll be doing more astrological and other just general spirit services. Bye. We'll do kitty tarot, maybe. Okay. But I really appreciate you guys being here. This really kind of turned into something I hadn't expected it to become. So I really appreciate this. I'm going to edit this video somehow, but I will leave the entire video up for you guys to watch. But I think there's a lot of good stuff here, but I just need to kind of edit it and put it in a more cohesive way. And I just appreciate you guys as you're working with me and evolving with me through this transformation of this complete esoteric channel. Because that's really what I've always wanted it to be, was a full esoteric channel where we could come together and light workers and those that are aspiring to and growing into, and really all a light worker is one that gives, that shines light and blesses the world with wisdom and love and beauty, right? And that's it. It's not really anything like that's crazy. So, all right, we'll gather together tomorrow. Please go to patreon.com/Heart of Inspiration. I do have still some more slots for certain of the Patreon services, and you could be a patron for as little as $5 a month. And come next month, come November, we are going to be getting on a schedule. Yes, we are. Okay. All right. Let me make sure nobody else needs me here. All right, guys. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I'll be editing and reposting, and then come on over here tomorrow night. I'll be on time tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and we're gonna go through each sign and about Mercury retrograde and talk about it in depth. Okay. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Happy Halloween. I'll probably be dressed up. Okay. See ya.